Do you experience uncontrollable, painful cramps when you do intermittent fasting? And more specifically, when you do the eating once a day, OMAD. You just eat once a day, so you're fasting for 23 hours and you're eating for 1 hour. Do you experience cramps? Do you feel like there is some painful sensations here and it's just frustrating and something feels like there's a rock in there stuck? That's healthy. That's a good sign, actually. That's a sign that your body is finally healing. Okay? And the inflammation response, that's what the cramping is. The cramping is the inflammation response. Anytime your body heals, anytime your body is working on fixing something, fixing an issue, it sends an inflammatory response to the area that is being fixed. And that is why if you begin a lifestyle of OMAD, of eating once a day, you're going to be experiencing cramps for quite some time. Okay, and when these cramps disappear, then you're probably gonna feel good overall. You're gonna feel in a better shape, feel better, energetic, more vital, healthier. And that means that a good amount of work has been done to fix some of the issues. But depending on how severe your situation is, you could be experiencing these cramps for weeks. And if you're even if you're eating like inflammatory foods are foods that are why are they inflammatory? Because they cause an injury to your digestive tract, and then that results in your digestive tract having to be like, okay, this bitch put some injurious foods again. They want to injure me again for whatever reason because they think it's a good idea. All right, send the inflammatory response again. Let's heal this, because that's what your body does. It just automatically heals. That's what an inflammatory food is, right? So if you, even for that 1 hour, you're still eating foods that are going to cause inflammation, they're going to cause acidity, they're ash forming, they're not easily digestible, then for the next 23 hours you're going to be experiencing cramping, and that's just going to keep happening. And that's when I started doing OMAD, I was still eating foods that are not optimal for me, not optimal for my body, and I was still experiencing that cramping. So that cramping was never going to go away. I thought that was just that happens, that's just I don't know, whatever. Right? But then, as I fixed my food more and more and started eating primarily fruits, that no longer happens, because these foods are pretty optimal for the body, easily digestible. So these cramps don't happen anymore. Okay? But if you're experiencing cramping, that's just inflammatory response. It means something's up there, something is not right, and the body is saying, let me take care of business here. And if you start to eat less in that 1 hour, if you're eating like a caveman, like a cave woman, in that 1 hour, you're pillaging everything that is in sight. That OMAD ain't gonna do you no good. It ain't gonna do you no good, because for the next 23 hours your body is going to be in your gut's gonna be in pain. It's gonna be in inflammatory response. Yeah, that OMAD ain't doing you good. So even in that 1 hour, you want to eat moderately, and primarily plant-based, preferably fruits. They're really easy to digest, really, really good on the body. Now, if you like your steak or whatever, just make sure it's a small portion, a small part of the meal. Okay? Yeah, so the cramping is totally normal, totally a healthy sign that your body is healing. And once most of that healing is done, you will come to experience unprecedented peace, harmony, and joy in your gut. And it's a wonderful feeling. It makes it easier to breathe. I mean, check yourself when your gut all crampy here and stuff. it's difficult to breathe and you feel like some rock is stuck in there. I'm on my almost 23-hour fast now and I feel really good. And it's just, I meditated before, it's so easy to meditate. There's harmony and joy and peace and because when your gut's inflamed constantly, you sit down and try and meditate, you can't. You're like, fuck, like, it's this constant pain signals. Of course you could meditate, you get in a meditative state, but it's harder to get in a meditative state. But if it's nice and calm and light, I can sit here. I can doze off. I could go walk. If I want to do, say, holotropic breathing, right? Much easier. You try and do that after a big meal versus before. You don't even want to do anything after a big meal. After eating a lot, right? You don't want to do anything. You can't barely breathe. Too much stress for the digestive system. Humans are not designed to eat much food. Our bodies are not designed. Even if you're eating the healthiest, even if you're eating just fruits, still your body isn't designed to eat all that much fruits. We're natural breatharians actually, because we're conscious and we're supposed to use our conscious ability to connect to other higher sources of energy through meditation, through sun gazing, being in touch with the earth, etc. We're not supposed to eat much. Even if you're eating fruits, you try and become a fruitarian and start to eat a lot of fruits, like some of those people do. 30 bananas a day or something. Yeah, you're gonna be sick. You're gonna be just as sick. I mean, they tell you we're so healthy, but I guarantee you that you just can't be eating that much. That's just insane. The human body is not designed to take in those humongous quantities. So if you are going to do one OMAD, which I highly recommend, because it's almost like it only becomes sensible to do it. There really becomes no other sensible option but to eat once a day once you feel the benefits of it. Once you experience the sharpness, the mental clarity, the high levels of meditation you could get into, the enhanced athletic performance, the enhanced focus levels. Once you experience it, you're just like, yeah, I guess the only thing that makes sense is to eat once a day. If you're going to do that, and if you're cramping a lot, just experience the cramping. You're gonna have to. That's what the body's doing. Do what you need to do. You might eat something and the cramping might go away for a little bit. That's because you stopped the healing process. Your body took new food. It has to deal with it. The cramping slows down, and then after 3 hours later, it comes back even more hardcore. Okay? So communicate with your body. If your body's giving you lots of cramps, it's a good sign. It means just don't eat. Let the body do its thing. It's healing. And then once those cramps disappear, you would like to keep them disappeared forever. So then be mindful of how much food you eat in that 1 hour, or if you're doing any other variation of intermittent fasting. The less you eat, the better. The less you eat, the better. That's the rule. That's the rule. That's the rule. I'll see you guys in 2 years, because in 2 years, I'm pretty confident, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that I would have gone to a point where I no longer need food for energy. That's the Breatharian level. I may still be eating once every 3 days or something, but I have no doubt. I see how it is, I see how energy works, and I have no doubt in a year or two, I will no longer need energy for food for energy. I'll probably still eat it like just for pleasure, just every 2-3 days, a little piece of chocolate, a banana, a mango. I love mangoes. But it's clear to me that food is not energy. We're just programmed to get our food through energy, our energy through food. I'm really mixing up words here. So the meat and the butter, the moral of the story. If you're cramping, go through the cramps. Get your energy from other sources, which will require you to eat less. What do I mean by that? Take a cold shower, do holotropic breathing, do sun gazing, meditate to get cosmic energy, sleep, That's what I mean by maximum. Why do you think when you haven't had any sleep, you have more cravings for food? Because you need energy. You didn't get that cosmic energy in sleep. And why do you think on days where everything is nice, you slept a lot, it's sunny outside, you did some sunbathing, and it's just beautiful, and there's no stress, why do you think you don't have food cravings? Because you're energetically sustained from the prana. Okay? And you'll find that the less you eat, the more spiritually connected you are, without a doubt. That's why in every religion, fasting is a major thing. In yoga, fasting is like one of the first things they get you to do if you're gonna say practice a yoga system like Ashtanga yoga. It's one of the first things you're gonna do. You're just gonna fast for days and days and days. Muslims, they have Ramadan, which they fast for 30 days, and then the Prophet himself, Prophet Muhammad, he used to fast Mondays and Thursdays. And I heard many stories of Muslim warriors fighting in Ramadan because they were sustained energetically off something else, off the spirit, off the prana. Okay, and the Romans, yes, the Roman soldiers, they prefer to go to battle on an empty stomach. They prefer to go to battle on an empty stomach. So yeah, this is an ancient wisdom. It's not even a secret. It's right there, like fasting. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. So yeah, that's about it. I'm kind of feeling like I should make more videos on eating once a day and fasting. So yeah, I'll make more of them because now I'm getting more into it again. Because I see the benefits every time I do like a 48-hour fast, or I'm consistently eating once a day. Jeez, I'm like, wow, this is incredible. Lao Tzu was right. To become learned, gain daily. To obtain Tao, reduce daily. Reduce and reduce and reduce until all action arrives at non-action. Then nothing is done, yet nothing is left undone. Fasting is one of those. Nothing is done, yet nothing is left undone. It's beautiful. Thank you to all the Patreons who are supporting this channel. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. Mwah. You actually like me so much. You like my videos so much that you've decided to click on the Patreon link, which is in the description if anybody wants to partake in the Patreon family. And you actually put in your credit card information and you support me in some, there's some generous support there. Okay, so wow, I'm like deeply appreciative. Thank you guys. And that's about it. If you want to become part of the Patreon family, show your support financially, because I'd like to do this full time. I'm not doing this full time. I'm teaching kids, which is pretty fun. But I'd like to do this full time, ultimately, at some point. Yeah, you can support a Patreon. Until next time, may the force be with you.